All right, week 6, daily math review, bell ringers. Write the value of the 8 in word form. So the 8 is in the thousandths place value. So if it's in word form, that would be 8 thousandths. Down here we have 8 in the tenths place value. So that would be 8 tenths. Now we're just multiplying. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 6 is 18. 18,735. 3 tenths times 4. Remember, if you turn a whole number into a fraction, you just stick it over 1. And to multiply, you multiply your numerators straight across and then your denominators straight across. 3 times 4 is 12. 10 times 1 is 10. So whenever your numerator is larger than your denominator, that's actually called an improper fraction. So I think we had one of these last week. So to make this a proper fraction, we're going to ask ourselves, how many times can 10 go into 12? That's 1 time, and we have 2 left over. And I actually see that I can reduce this 2 over 10 by dividing it by 2. So I'm going to keep my whole number of 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my reduced answer, my final answer, is 1 1/5. It says if 1 cube equals 1 cubic centimeter, find the volume. So we just get to count this one. It's pretty simple. I see that in the front row here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have 6 in the back, so 6 plus 6 is 12. And I have 4 on top. So 12 plus 4 more equals 16 cubic centimeters. Or I could say 16 centimeters cubed. Either of those answers work. All right, Friday, 4 people shared 15 pounds of apples. How many pounds did each person have? This is a division problem. So I'm going to take 15, divide it by 4. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 gives me 12. I subtract, and I have 3 left over. Just like last week, we're not going to say remainder 3. We don't do that in 5th grade. So we are going to take this 3 and make it our numerator, and it's going to be out of 4. So each person had 3 3/4 pounds of apples. That sounds good to me. All right. Compare using greater than or less than 49 times 24 or 24 times 47. So I see that the 24s are the same. So we're just going to compare the 49 and the 47. And the 49 is greater than 47. Down here we are going to be adding decimals. 24 hundredths plus 67 hundredths. So when we're adding decimals, we're going to make sure our decimal points are lined up. 4 plus 7 is 11. Carry our 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 6 is 9. Bring down our decimal point. And we have a 0. So our answer is 91 hundredths. So we're going to shade in over here. So 91. There we go. Our last problem says, write 2 terms to describe this shape. So I'm going to count how many sides we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 sides. Anytime we have 4 sides, I know that it is a polygon because I see our 4 angles here. I should have gone with angles first. Polygon, and it is a quadrilateral as well. So this is a many-sided figure, and it has 4 sides. Quad means 4. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to our daily language review bell ringer, and we are on Thursday. Number 1 says, a group called Habitat for Humanity builds houses for people. So Habitat for Humanity is a proper noun. We've been talking about that in class. So we're going to capitalize habitat and humanity. Builds houses. This is spelled incorrectly. So houses is spelled like this. And we need punctuation at the end of our sentence. We need a period right here. A group called Habitat for Humanity builds houses for people. That looks good. Now, number 2, some people donate money or materials so others volunteer their time. All right, money is spelled incorrectly. Money, M-O-N-E-Y, or materials. And we're not going to say so others. We're going to say and others volunteer their time. We're going to put a period at the end of that sentence. I think I got everything there. Number 3, use context clues to figure out the meaning of the bold word. Write the meaning on the line. The group makes economical home loans so poor families can afford them. Economical just means not costing a lot. It's kind of difficult to explain while I don't have a classroom full of kids. Where the homes are not going to cost a lot of money. So we're going to say not necessarily cheap. That's not really a good explanation, but we'll say not costing a lot of money. Number 4, write the missing words. The group built its first houses near Americus, Georgia. Just like Huntington, West Virginia, or Barbersville, West Virginia, we would put a comma in between the city and the state. So Americus, comma, Georgia. All right, moving on. We have the expressions and their meanings. To call is actually to pick up and make a phone call. Call on is like what I do in the classroom. I'm going to ask someone to answer a question. And to call off means to stop or cancel something. So which expression best completes each sentence? Mrs. Chandler blank Ken even though he didn't raise his hand. So that's going to be to call on. So we're going to have to change the words a little bit. So we're going to say Mrs. Chandler called on Ken even though he didn't raise his hand. Number 2, Mom will blank the doctor to make an appointment. Mom will call the doctor to make an appointment. Number 3, we will blank the picnic because hardly anyone can come. Well, we're going to need to call off or cancel the picnic because hardly anyone can come. Okay.